Cool.
What's up, guys?
And what do it? Shlimes, SNOILLIBS, and back again with another
Reaction video.
sir. So, guys, if you're new to the channel, please do yourself a favor and subscribe because you're not gonna be disappointed. But anyway, guys, today we're reacting to BTS Is the Best by Boracity.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So without wasting time,
I became a fan of BTS in 2019. I knew about them a couple of years before, but I never really gave them a chance because I was not really into pop music. But when they released Boy With Love in 2019, I perceived some kind of counterculture image that really caught my attention. Of course, the most visible and shocking factors were their image, their performance, and their use of visual concepts. So I also got interested in K-pop as a whole because K-pop prioritizes these factors too. I researched a lot. I listened to hundreds of songs, and I still remember every big group and song from 2019, as well as the most popular K-pop songs ever. However, the more I discovered, the more I got bored of K-pop. So although I wanted to get deeply involved with K-pop in 2019, with time I only stay with BTS and my usual rock and metal bands. This is only my personal experience, and I can name you a million reasons why I believe BTS is the best. Not just my favorite, not just the most popular, but the best. There is a popular conversation I see in every music fandom. Your favorite artist is not necessarily going to be the best artist. So if someone says that their favorite artist is XYZ, they are not necessarily arguing that this artist is the best. They are just saying that XYZ is their favorite. But I've noticed that in K-pop, this notion is not always present. To the contrary, many use favorite and best interchangeably. And I somehow came to the conclusion that this is because of BTS. Let me explain. K-pop is and has always been a niche industry. Not only it is niche because it has not truly entered the mainstream music industry, K-pop is also niche because almost every single group is created in a similar way, with performers that have the same range of skills, and that all target one specific audience. So in an industry where every group is so similar in concept to each other, wouldn't it make sense for the most unique group to eventually become the most popular one? My answer is of course yes. The most popular group coming from the K-pop industry is undoubtedly the most unique group. I would even go as far as to say that they are the best group. I know this is a big statement because this phrase is ultimately the root of pretty much every big K-pop conversation. Whether this is argued by K-pop fans on social media, music critics on magazine articles, entertainment experts in South Korea, or even politicians in South Korea, the discussion about BTS being not only the most popular, but the best is so prevalent in pop culture. But why is this the conversation? BTS is the best at what? At everything? That sounds kind of crazy, but that is ultimately where every conversation goes, and I think there's a reason behind that. Back to my personal experience. It may be harsh to say that BTS ruined every other K-pop or Western group for me, but that's kind of what happened. Performance after performance, album after album, music video after music video. BTS proved to me, personally, that they have the best stage presence, the best composers, the best rap line, the best vocal line, the best dancers, the best music, that they are the most effective at transcending music genres and concepts, and even that they have the best story in the industry. These are of course just opinions. Opinions that I realized I shared with millions of people, but the simple act of expressing this opinion can be seen as controversial or too self-centered or too uninformed in K-pop spaces. It must be that I don't know enough K-pop groups, or that I have not listened to the right small independent group from an unknown company, or that I'm too far gone in the BTS rabbit hole that I refuse to see how good every other group is. This train of thought is not exclusive to K-pop or pop. I've seen it closely in rock and metal fandoms, and I've also noticed it in many other genres of music or entertainment in general. Niche is unique, mainstream is basic. I know that admitting my favorite group is the most popular group is seen as boring, basic, like I only know the surface. And I get this to some point. BTS are the only ones in K-pop who have reached the level of mainstream, so a lot of their listeners really do only know the surface of K-pop. But my point is that BTS being the most popular doesn't take away from them being the best. In this specific case, I argue the complete opposite. BTS did not have the power to have an automatic successful debut. They did not have a super planned, effective marketing strategy. They did not have the budget to have high quality music videos, but they still surpassed every other artist in the industry because they are genuinely the best. So why is the conversation always about BTS being the best in general? Why isn't the conversation about BTS being the best at singing, or the best at rap, or the best at dancing, or composing? I have a theory, and please don't get offended because there is nothing inherently wrong with what I'm about to say. But most K-pop groups don't go out of the box artistically because all of their artistic factors are given or instructed to them by their labels. In other words, the message of their music, the concepts of their performances, the exploration of their talents, and even the overall success of K-pop groups depend on their labels. The idols or performers can be very hardworking. They can practice their choreographies to perfection. But the general public won't become loyal fans of an amazing choreography to a mediocre song with average vocals at best. Not in the same industry where BTS exists. You may also ask, what about the outliers? What about those groups with a good start of an artistic identity? Or the groups with extraordinary choreographies? Or the groups with amazing vocalists? Again, zero disrespect to these artists because it doesn't have to be a bad thing. But they often lack many other factors that can make them reach the artistic level of BTS. Instead, if they focus on the one thing they are the best at, target the right audiences, and find the right sound for their voices, they would most probably succeed in other industries. But in the K-pop and mainstream pop industries, the leading group is the multi-talented BTS, and labels just want to create another BTS, another multi-talented group, and that has failed hundreds of times because BTS is too good at being the best. The result is K-pop idols doing unbelievable choreographies to songs that are hard on the ears, amazing vocalists doing basic choreographies or even being forced to lip sync, and pretty faces having no other choice but to rap because they cannot sing. Some dancers are not good singers. Some singers are not good dancers. Not every pretty face belongs to the stage. And all of this is okay. Just give these groups pleasant music people can actually listen to. Allow them to grow as artists and target the right audiences. Because BTS's audience is too used to seeing all of these talents together. So K-pop groups feel very mediocre in comparison. You wouldn't ask Adele to dance because she doesn't dance. Dancing would cheap her performance. Actually, not dancing allows her to make people view her in another category than multi-talented artists like Beyoncé would be. People don't really compare Adele and Beyoncé because they are very different kinds of artists. So why do you keep setting your groups up for failure? BTS are the best artists in an industry that proclaims to celebrate multi-talented artists. Yet this same industry was unable or too lazy to try creating the perfect group until BTS happened. One can argue that groups like BTS cannot be fabricated because the lack of fabrication was what made BTS become BTS. They became good at showcasing all of these talents together while at the same time being individually excellent at their own thing. They got to this point because they wanted to succeed so bad that they had no other choice than grow and grow artistically very fast. In their first year and with almost no opportunities in the industry, they were already outperforming the biggest K-pop groups in the industry. And by outperforming, I don't mean numbers, of course. I mean that they actually performed better. People eventually noticed this, and this motivated BTS to grow beyond K-pop concepts. By their third year, BTS was getting the attention of audiences the K-pop industry thought would never listen. By their fifth year, BTS began their journey of becoming a supergroup, which is a group formed of amazing soloists. By their seventh year, they were already the biggest group in the music industry, targeting global audiences, composing very different genres of music, and even perfecting their identities as solo artists were things that came natural to them. They did not do what was given to them because they were not given a lot. So yes, BTS worked harder and more creatively, and more importantly, they never stopped growing. In an interview, Suga of BTS talked about the multiple analysis being done about their success. But what he noticed, and what I've also noticed in many of these analyses, is the theory that BTS is the biggest group because they are simply the best. They have practiced and have grown artistically so much that no matter what kind of event, festival, award show, or TV show they are performing at, they know for a fact that they will be the best.
우리에 대한 이 분석이 정말 많았거든요. 방탄소년단 어떻게 잘 됐을까? BTS는 어떻게 잘 됐을까? 근데 무대 보시면 아시겠지만 잘해요. 정말 연습도 남들의 몇 배 했다고 생각하고 지금도 마찬가지로 그렇게 하고 있고 무대에 올라갔을 때 우리가 제일 잘한다고 생각을 했어요. 항상. 물론 스포츠는 아니지만 그냥 무대 대 무대로 붙여봤을 때 질 것 같다는 생각을 한 번도 든 그만큼 준비를 많이 했거든요. 저희가 처음부터 잘 된 건 아니었어가지고 정말 별의별 상황들을 다 겪어봤어요. 그러다 보니까 대처할 수 있는 경험도 많았었고 그에 인해 가지고 무대에서 더더욱 좀 멋있게 할 수 있지 않았을까. 여러 가지 경우의 수를 다 경험해봤기 때문에 그 경험이 제 자신감의 근원이지 않나 생각이 듭니다.
I hope this video can explain my anecdote from the introduction. It's easy to say that I only think BTS is the best because I don't know many K-pop groups. I receive those comments all the time, but I actually believe I consider BTS as the best because I know all of these K-pop groups as well as Western boy bands. I know their go-to dance moves, personalities, and repetitive concepts. I notice how frequently they don't sing live, and I notice their lack of worry about their actual art. Of course, I'm not saying that they are not talented or hardworking. There's a lot of talented performers with all the abilities to grow artistically. But again, don't make Adele dance. She doesn't need Beyonce's audience. The best at being BTS are BTS, and it's inevitable for the rest of K-pop groups to appear mediocre in comparison. In the meantime, I'll continue affirming BTS is the best because I believe they are. Yes, it's an opinion, but it shouldn't be a controversial one.
To me, it's a fact. It's a fact, bro. I would even disagree.
I don't care what
what
whoever says BTS
is the best.
If they're not the best in music, they're best in rapping, dancing, in dress code.
Bruh, wait.
Take away everything. They have the best story of how they came about.
Exactly. You know, I feel like you see like how a chef makes his meal without his recipes. Obviously, I feel like BTS is a recipe that make one meal. So if the one recipe is missing, then that meal wouldn't taste the same. So I just feel like BTS as a whole, each member has an element that contributes to the group that makes the group
a complete
group. A complete group. It's not just any group. Why would you compare BTS to other groups? There's a huge difference.
There is K-pop and there is BTS.
Yes.
Now I understand why
don't
people
mix them BTS together. I just feel like it stands alone as a genre.
Yeah. Now I understand why people were against us calling BTS part of K-pop. And they were actually like BTS is way out of K-pop and they are on. So I totally understand that now. And I feel like why would you compare a group that's lacking? Probably they only have rappers. They only have
one singer.
You know, I respect other K-pop bands and artists, but you can't compare other K-pop bands or artists to BTS because there's a very huge difference. If you're comparing them probably to the dancing side, BTS would beat them with the vocals. If you're comparing the vocals, BTS would beat them with the dress code
or with a music video.
Yeah, with a music video.
But
if take away all that, BTS comes up with the best
BTS
story
will
of how
give
they
you
came
everything. Honestly, that's my conclusion. He will beat you dancing, he will beat you singing, he will beat you dressing, he will beat you with the quality of the music video.
Other fandoms should just understand and agree that BTS is at the top.
Bro, just look how in sync they were with their choreography, bro. It's like a person dancing, looking at a mirror, bro. That's how.
And the thing is that female bands shouldn't like compare themselves to BTS.
Come on, there's a lot that you can't do that you compare it to BTS. Bro, can you do backflips?
Those girls can't even do backflips, and you're comparing yourself to BTS. Come on, man. All of you probably sound like Jimin.
Yeah.
And he's a man.
He's a man.
He sounds way beyond better than you guys.
Like, remember when
no hate to other fandoms, but it's just being honest.
Remember when we noticed that Jimin was in that song for Fast and Furious, Angels?
Bruh, like...
we literally thought it was a woman. Bruh, honestly, facts. Like, guys, this is true. we're not speaking based on like us shooting this reaction. This is like facts.
Yeah,
We
bro,
never knew about BTS at that time.
Yeah,
When we just saw when he showed-
a few days ago, I was scrolling. I was like, "Oh, this song on Fast and Furious."
Yeah.
Then I was like, "What? Jimin is in Angels."
I was shocked.
In the song Angels, previously of
the current
that was
Fast and
dropped.
Furious,
Not so recent,
Last
but
year.
yeah, it was last year.
Yeah, last year.
Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
Last year. I was like, "What? Jimin is in this song?" I thought this was a woman.
Absolutely, I was shocked.
And that was the best part of that song. It's
Definitely.
Jamin's part. I was like, what? No wonder they sang that song. Don't stay too close to me.
Nah, Jimin killed that part. I won't lie.
Beautiful things. That's the best part. I actually thought it was the one. I was like, who's singing like this?
And if
Jimin.
if you can compare Blackpink to Baby Monster or EXO, that is
Yeah, okay, that's
understandable.
understandable.
Understand. Or if you can compare Stray Kids to what other boy group is it? There's multiple other boy groups.
Yeah.
You compare Stray Kids to them, but don't compare none of these groups to BTS. And everyone that like people or fan base of these other groups should understand that BTS paved the way.
BTS did pave the way, and
Yeah.
BTS are like the masters of what they do.
And
bro.
one of the videos I saw when they were like promoting themselves, giving out flyers, they asked some of the people they, do you know K-pop? They were like, what is K-pop?
It's K-pop.
Like people didn't really know what
what
K-pop
K-pop
was before BTS became
who they are
today. So I'd say BTS. No
So
offense
you-
to other
K-pop
groups, and
groups.
y'all make good like other
Bruh, I
groups
love-
make music.
I
I
love
love K-pop
K-pop,
music.
yeah. Since I
honestly.
sta- since
but
we
let's
started,
be honest that
yeah,
BTS paved
you know,
the way.
we really new to this, really new
Maybe-
to BTS and everything. But from as little as we find out,
The knowledge we've
it's,
gained.
it's clear to see that BTS paved the way.
And let's leave the male aside and female aside. We can say what is this? Blackpink paved the way for female K-pop stars, and BTS paved the way
For all.
for
The
all.
whole.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, for all. And probably then you can say Stray Kids or pave the way for like the male, but BTS paved for all.
Because
K-pop groups.
remember from the video we watched where they said okay, there are K-pop artists that came and left. BTS came and
still
stayed.
prospered
Yeah,
and conquered
and conquered.
and went and
And
went on
still
and on and
There
on.
is multiple K-pop bands, but they are not as big as BTS.
BTS just have the best story.
Yeah,
you know,
they're the best.
from where they came from, how they started.
You can compare the views and everything with Blackpink.
Yeah.
Blackpink are really doing good,
But
but,
we just-
they are a female group. We should understand a lot of people support female group, and if a male group is doing it this big, then you know
Respect.
already that
Just
they
respect.
paved the way.
Yeah.
Just respect. Just put
Yeah,
respect
you know,
in
we
the
all
name.
know generally women get favored
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
But for BTS to be on the top, even way beyond Blackpink, then we know that
Who
people are
really paved the
We
way.
really know who paved the way. We know that these people are actually putting all their all in what they do.
Yeah, but guys, our
You know,
conclusion.
most of the people, most of this K-pop are doing things trying to compare, not being themselves. They're trying to compete with BTS. That's what they're trying to do.
They're trying to reach the
You
target.
They're trying to reach the
They're
target.
not doing it genuinely. They're trying to
to
reach
reach
the
the target, and that's what makes BTS the best, because they are doing it out of their own talent,
Their love.
their
They're doing
love
it
of
for
what they
BTS,
love.
for the army,
Yeah.
and
They're
for,
not, and for
what they
themselves,
love and for themselves,
and because they
But
love
then
what they do.
You have these other K-pop
They're doing to
bands.
compete.
They're doing it to
compete.
compete,
Compete,
not
yes.
because they love what they do, not because they're doing it for their fans or fandoms or whatever. They're doing it to be better than BTS, and that's why they'll never be better than BTS, because why? They're not doing it genuinely. They're not doing it for how they love it.
And they're not being themselves.
They're not being themselves.
Yeah.
And as she said, a lot of what they do, they're being told by their managers,
Yeah.
by their record labels.
BTS
And Hype are in partnership with each other, are a family. So majority of all the ideas that BTS come
They
with,
direct, they produce,
So
they
it comes,
sing,
it's,
they
it's-
perform,
it's
they do all
organically
that.
grown. All the ideas, it's organically grown. It's not coming from a specific place.
Exactly.
It's coming from each member of BTS, and that's what makes it special, because that
As I said
idea came about from a special place,
Exactly.
not from a person who's not part of the music video.
As I said in the previous video, that in the other video, that BTS production is raw.
Yeah.
It's raw. It's
very
very
unique.
unique.
Very
unique.
It wasn't scripted.
There's no edits to it. It's raw.
It's scripted because it's very lovely and very good to know that one of our members came up with this idea, and then we are actually bringing that idea to life.
Exactly.
And then the next member brought up this. Not that you have producers, others, like they said, they lip syncing. Come on.
And then you want to compare yourself to BTS.
BTS, I don't know, they just understand each other. They in sync with
Bro, you can see from their dance move that they understand each other. They know, obviously, if I do this move already, Jamin already understand what I'm saying. Yeah,
what I'm doing. This is going to happen next.
Yeah.
And guys, please don't mind if we look tired. We were literally shooting this midnight, very late. What time is it?
2 a.m.
2 a.m. We're literally shooting this reaction
Because
at
this is
2
the
a.m.
only
because-
time we get.
Yeah, because we very busy during the day, so we only have time during midnight or at night. So if we look very
This
tired,
is not even, this is early morning.
yeah, this is early morning.
yeah.
So if we look tired, please bear with us. We had to do this reaction for you guys. So and thank you for the support. But
Yeah,
anyway, back to the
I think we're done.
we said a
spoke
lot.
so much.
We spoke a lot.
If you made it this
far.
far, we love you so much.
But our conclusion is that BTS is the best.
Yes.
I don't care what
We agree
ever
with
say.
Bora
You know,
City.
Well, as I started, I was like, okay, all these people are the same.
Yeah.
Yeah,
all
when we
these
started,
K-pops,
most
but
definitely,
it's all the
I
same.
can be honest
But-
with you guys. We thought
And I was
BTS, we're comparing with all other
and I
K-pop
was like,
stars or
how?
groups.
No, before I even knew BTS, like friends would be listening to BTS, people would be posting, but I was like, how do people understand
BTS?
BTS? Like, what's so special about them?
Yeah.
And then eventually we started reacting, and we reacted to Kid Leroy,
Kid Leroy.
and then we found out about
Jimin,
Jungkook, and then from Jungkook we didn't know that was BTS.
Yeah.
We didn't know
And
he
then-
was part of BTS.
We started
Researching
going
about Jungkook,
slowly into
reacting
listening.
about Jungkook.
It's like, okay, now I understand why people are so hyped about them.
Exactly.
Why? It's so positive. It's very positive. There's a very positive
Meaning
meaning
behind
behind BTS,
And
and
it's not
very
just
inspirational.
It's not just the music video, the songs. Even the name has a meaning to it. The color that they chose has a meaning to it, and it's not all fandoms have that.
Yeah.
It's not all fandoms have that. I purple you. What other group has made a special like word that
Out of the
represent
color.
love
Yeah.
out of a color?
I read you. I green you.
I green you. I blew you.
That's what makes BTS special. There's
special,
always that one thing that makes them
unique.
outstand out of the other groups.
Something that's so special and so adorable about it. You know, but
And-
very meaningful.
And ARMY is the best name you can choose
Yeah.
for a fan base.
Yeah.
ARMY. Imagine.
Yeah.
It's an army.
Army-
It's an army, you know.
There's a
You
meaning
can't go
behind
against-
it.
you
Army
can't
is
go-
united.
You can't go against an army
Yeah,
and
you
be
can't.
free.
Yeah.
You can't go against an army.
Yeah. But guys, you know we can talk about BTS the whole time,
Okay,
but also
but
time is not
yeah,
on
on
our
our
side.
And
So
I
if you made it
hope
this far, we love you so much. We'll definitely catch you on the next video.
It's just so exciting talking about BTS. You know?
You can never
But,
stop.
yeah, we can never stop. But anyway, love or hate.
The thing is that they get so much hate, and it's not
Is
necessary.
it?
Yeah, it's not
Yeah, that's
necessary.
why.
I feel like you can just.
Yeah, but
Why?
okay.
Why hate on progress? Why hate
hate
on
on
good
something
music?
good?
Why?
But anyway,
But
if
anyway,
you made
guys.
it this far, and if you made it this far, and you literally did, please let us know that yes, you made it this far.
Yeah.
Thank you
Thank
so
you, and
much.
Don't forget to keep on requesting.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And guys, there's no use in fighting in the comments. I see that a lot lately. People arguing and fighting
There's no
over
need.
something
We are,
that happened like or posted weeks ago.
Love.
So please love.
And please, not because we agree that BTS is the best, that we wouldn't react to other K-pop. We definitely, this is a reaction.
We do acknowledge other
This,
K-pops, yeah.
this is a reaction channel. It's
Yeah.
not it's not specified on which band we react to, but we only react to BTS because the fandom is very lovely.
Yeah.
They're very
And
welcoming.
Army is really
and they always
requesting.
You know?
Yeah, requesting.
So this
And-
is a reaction
and,
channel.
we
It's not
wouldn't
based on
say-
any K-pop band or BTS only.
Yeah, it's not
Shit.
based on BTS, and we wouldn't
It's based
say
on music.
and we wouldn't say BTS is the only group that makes good music.
They all
I would
make
say the
good
whole
music.
of K-pop makes
good music, but BTS has
but
the best
BTS
story.
outstands.
Yeah, yeah.
BTS outstands. You know.
BTS has the best story and very inspirational. You know, that's why we put them on a pedestal, and they deserve to be there. But then,
So guys, do your part, guys. Please don't forget to like,
comment,
share,
subscribe.
and don't forget to turn on notifications to
Every
notify
time we
every
drop.
time we drop.
Yes, sir. And we are
Out of here.
Yes, sir.
Deuces.